Lakers moving forward, what would you do in the offseason?
You know what? It's for me is to make sure these guys come back. I think you need to run it back. And
With
you look
everybody?
at with everybody. I know a lot of people are down on D'Lo's, a lot of people are down on all these guys. I think D'Lo learned something this season that he can be a player in this league if he wants to play defense. And that's the thing. If you watch D'Lo, when he wants to play defense, he can play defense. And I think with this team, if D'Lo gets hot, he had a great season, and LeBron comes back. But the key is, if you bring that core back, you have to make AD the focal point. You have to. LeBron has to take a back seat. AR, all these guys have to take a back seat because tell me what guy in the league can stop AD? Nobody. So you go with that advantage.
Well, look, he had a good year this year.
Mm-hmm.
If you would have said he's going to play 75 games, I would have been like, there is no way. But
Well,
now,
yeah, I made a bet with some friends of mine that he would play 75 games because I believed him because I looked at his body coming into this season. He looked really good. He had no belly. A lot. That's how you can tell if guys worked out. They got a little pooch. They got a little fluffiness. He had no fluffiness coming into the season.
well, can I get that season again from him? Can LeBron give me that season again? That's what I'm concerned about, Robert, is
No.
they had a good year this year.
Yeah.
It's just they ran into the team that they can't get by.
Yeah, they nemesis, but they found a way to contend with that. And so now you're looking like, okay, this is how we beat this team. This is the formula. LeBron, I know you're going to be what 40?
Yeah, but Robert, are the Lakers better than Minnesota?
You know what? I think so. And the reason it is you don't look at records all the time. You look at matchups. And when you look at matchups, you got guys like Rui who has a big body that I'm not going to say he can stop Ant-Man because he's playing amazing, that can stay in front, that can handle that strength, meet force with force. And that's what this is about. Can you meet force with force? And think about it. Every time Lakers play Minnesota, Gobert can't stop AD. Cat can't stop AD. And that's the biggest key. And I think Cat, he's become a three-point shooter, so you don't have to worry about that post-up aspect. So you can put Rui on him. And the matchups are perfect. It's all about matchups.
Yep. What's LeBron do?
I think LeBron, with all the projects he have going out here in LA, I think he's going to use that leverage to get one last big contract. And I know a lot of people are saying, "Oh, he wants to play with Bronny. He wants to do this." I think with Bronny, I know he's in the portal now, depending on what he's going to. But I think he's going to stay because at the end of the day, you look at all. Let's take James Harden for instance. He set a record today making 30 points on 5 different teams. Do you really want that a part of your legacy? Jumping from team to team to team. You think about the greats, Kobe, Dirk, Tim. These guys didn't jump from team to team. They stayed on one team. LeBron has been on 3 teams, and I don't think he wants that to be a part of his legacy.
Okay, but do the Lakers have to draft his son?
No, they don't. At the end of the day, the Lakers are about winning basketball. Now, if you have a slot, and let's be honest, this draft, it ain't the best draft. There's no dominant number one player. There's no dominant top 5 players. It can go anyway. Because of the draft is so weak, you draft him. You drafted it because I watched him play. My son and him play against each other. Sierra Canyon, Harvard Westlake. I've seen him play. The guy is athletic as heck. He can play. He's a great defender. So he could be a project player. I'm not saying he's gonna come in the league and set the league on fire, but if he does play, he does leave to go to the NBA. Someone can take a project player because that's what he's going to be. Because he's not ready yet because he still, needs to learn the game like a lot of these guys coming into the draft.